Hello and welcome to Finextra TV. I'm Alex Lippic and you join us at this Diebold Nixdorf Intersect 2026 event here in Cannes. And kindly joining me in our studio today is Loïs Moulin of Carte Bancaire, and we're going to be discussing payment sovereignty and security. Nice to meet you, Loïs. Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you too.
And apologies for my French accent there. I have to get that out of the way. Now, as I say, we're going to be discussing payment sovereignty and security. Yes. I'd love to know what you think are the most significant challenges currently facing the European payments industry at the moment and in years to come as well.
I think about 6 of them. So the first is about sovereignty. It's to consolidate sovereignty and strategic autonomy as far as payment is concerned, in leveraging on existing solutions such as card scheme, domestic, or instant payment solution, and potential new instruments such as digital euro, and for which it is necessary to build a partnership between public sector, public authorities, and private sector, especially banks. The second is be ready for agentic commerce, which is going to be the next revolution for online commerce and obviously for payment. And there is a lot of issue to deal with: trust, security, business model. So a lot of issue to be ready for that challenge. And it's not only for retailers, it's also for payment industry, bank, card system, etc. The third one is about resilience. We are facing a lot of threats, cyber attack, natural disaster, day-to-day failure, because the payment value chain is becoming more and more complex. There are somewhere single point of failure, so we have also day-to-day incidents. And in order to, payment is critical to ensure business, and we need to ensure business continuity if something happens. That's why resilience has to be reinforced. The fourth is make payment solution accessible to disabled people, visually impaired, etc. There are a lot of digital innovation which are put in the market, and they have to be adapted by design to the disabled people. And it's something, there is a directive in Europe for that, a law in France, and it's very important. Not the last one, but implement the numerous European regulations. So some of them are payment specific, such as PSD3. Some are banking sector specific, such as DORA. There are also digital specific, Cyber Resilience Act, so a numerous regulation to implement in the whole ecosystem. So, and the last one I am thinking about is reduce the environment footprint of payment industry, because it's a global objective, but it also concerns the payment industry.
You've identified some of the core challenges there and some solutions as well, so thank you for that. With the multiplication of digital tools, digital platforms and applications and so on, are we heading towards a cashless society in general, do you think?
It's a very easy question to answer, and this morning we have seen a consensus. Let's show basic facts and figures. For that, in 2024, cash across Europe was the first payment instrument in value and in volume, and the card was the second one. In some countries, especially in France, for instance, cards in volume are ahead of cash, but cash still represents 44% of payment at POS. Second, when we ask at European level people if they want to be able to pay by cash, 62% of people answer yes, it's at least it's very important or fairly important. So, and when you look at countries in which cash has really diminished over the past year, there is and it was said this morning, there is a sort of floor limit around 20%, so, and a stabilization, especially in Netherlands or even in Finland. So definitely cash matters today, and cash will matter in the long term. So the cashless society is a myth, maybe a dystopia, and we must, and there is a consensus between in France, in Europe, we must give the choice to cardholder, to customer, to choose their payment instrument, to use digital one, for instance, but also to be able to use cash. It's also critical, we have an expression in French, card plus cash constitutes the circle of survival of consumer spending. So it's also very critical to resilience. So definitely cash will matter on the long term.
That's an interesting insight. So cash will continue as far as you're concerned at the moment. Just finally, what about looking a few years down the line at specifically rural areas, not urban cities, but rural areas? How will they adapt, do you think, as cash, we'll say it continues, but slowly starts to reduce? How will they adapt, do you think?
Alors, we, in a rural area, clearly there is a need to access cash. So that's the reason why we have seen that today, and there is a lot of new initiatives to provide cash access even in rural area. In France, for instance, we have developed a cash in shop service, which is going to be launched this summer by two banks, and clearly it's to increase access to cash, especially in rural area. So rural area, town, city, Paris, big city, cash is definitely something we need today, tomorrow, and after tomorrow.
So cash isn't disappearing anytime soon.
Cash, in French, sometimes I say, I will be died before cash has disappeared.
I think that sums it up for us. Lovely. Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure speaking to you, and I hope to speak to you again very soon. But in the meantime,
Thank you.
Let you get back to the busy event. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. See you.
Thank you.